bitches. Places to be.
Take that down.
When mice show up,
we're going to get for $6,800, $9,500 out of it, something like that. So we're still going to be short from what we need. We need 117,000 to get the field, or the field. I keep calling it the field. The plot of land that we need to buy. We're going to need that kind of money, right? So we'll see. I still think we're going to have to wait till the next episode. I think we're going to be short, even if we hit the 1,500 hour. I still think we're going to be short because there's not going to be that much silage in there yet. We're probably going to have around 15-ish thousand liters of silage, which is not going to get us there. Unfortunately, you saw 70,000 liters of it only got us around 20 grand. So, okay, I don't really know where. I guess I go straight here. We've not been this way at all. This is absolutely new. I kind of like this. This is cool. Like, I wish I had. I don't know if I actually wish this or not, but you know. Make believe. I wish I had some kind of land like this where it had an entrance like that, going up a small little hill through some trees. And then it opens up into an area. I don't know. I like it. Okay, where are we supposed to put these at? I think I'm going to have to turn on the... I'm going to have to turn on the icons here, because I'm not exactly sure where this should be going. I don't know if it's up here, if it's down there. Let me turn these icons on. Let's see if we can figure this out here together. Directive zone markers. Okay, we're going to go into a bird's eye view, if you will. Is it supposed to be here? I don't think so. No, it's supposed to be here. Yeah, it's supposed to be here. Okay. Good. All right, so there you go. We didn't even make as much as I thought we were going to make. I thought we were going to make 9,500. We only made 7,546. I don't know what I was looking at. I thought it was 2,500 per 1,000 liters, but maybe I was wrong. Maybe I looked at it wrong. Either way, we're at 102,000. Easy, Byron. Easy, Byron. We're at $102,622, which I think overall is pretty daggone good. Let's get back to the yard. All right, we made it back. 2 minutes left before 1,500, so we might as well wait around and see if we actually get there or not. Let's take a look at the sheep and the goats and see how they're doing. I would suspect they're doing great. But we're going to find out. I don't know how many we actually have now. I would assume we have quite a number. They've been reproducing on a quick basis. Yeah, we definitely did. 105, 466. We're nowhere near it. So it'll be the next episode for sure. But we've got 252 animals out of the 2,028 that are allowed to be in this pen. So, they're doing good. They have almost 100,000 liters of food. They've also got the meadow grass. They're fantastic. Things are working in the background there. All things are going well, gang. We are doing about as good as we possibly can, given the situations here. Let's repay the loan, as we've been doing almost every episode here. 5,000 back. All right, that leaves us with $100,466. In the next episode, we will be buying a new plot of land. Hope you enjoyed it. Thanks so much to my 14 members now. It's absolutely insane that I have 14 members. Thank you all for your continued support. If you want to become a member, links down below in the description. Gives you a bunch of perks like access to videos like this early before they come out to everyone else. Thoughts, questions, comments, ideas, let me know down below. Like, subscribe if you haven't. See you in the next episode.
Auto insurance all seems the same, until it's time to use it. With USAA, it's easy to file claims, schedule repairs, and access roadside assistance right through your app. Or you could take your chances somewhere else. Get a quote today.
All right, gang, welcome back to our investment challenge here in Riverview. It is January. It is still snowing. It's going to snow all day long. And the snow looks really nice on the ground, man. It's really pretty. I've always thought snow looked good on the ground, especially when it's untouched. Now, the city has already been through the roads here, clearing them out, which is great. However, our yard is an absolute mess. It is full of snow everywhere. It's lucky that we have four-wheel drive on our tractor, or we would be having some major issues with trying to maneuver through there. But the four-wheel drive is making it so that we can do it relatively with ease. But we probably need to look at, or at least consider, getting some kind of a plow of some sort to try to clear out some of that snow and make it easier on us. Clearly, the harbor here hasn't finished doing all their snow plowing. They got to that point and they kind of stopped. So we are selling the goat milk, though, today. It's the best time to sell it, so we're going to go ahead and sell that today. Make ourselves a little bit of money, which is nice. Gets us up to $154,062 easily now. We're going to be able to buy the next yard for sure. Now, we did sell all this silage overnight, and that's the reason why we got to the point that we're at now, how much money we got. We were up at $133,000 and some change before we sold all that goat milk. The goat milk it was great, man. It gets us up to $154,000. So we can make the decision now on which one we're going to buy. I think we were leaning towards the smaller one for the last couple of episodes and putting chickens on it. Still probably the one we're going to go with, but we'll take a look at the other one. The other one does have a lot of buildings on it, so the nice thing about that one is if we go with that one, we can sell all of those buildings and recoup some of the funds we spent on buying that plot of land. But not fully sure yet what we're going to do. There's some glitching going on here, gang, and it's just the snow with the rendering here. I apologize for that. There's not a whole lot I can do, unfortunately, to fix that. Just going to have to kind of deal with it. But here we are at the yard, and as you can tell, it is very much so covered in a lot of snow. We need to clean this up. We don't need to clean all of it up, but at least some of it to make it easier on us as we're driving around here. Now, what I'm looking at getting here is potentially, let's get down here to the miscellaneous stuff. The winter equipment, there's a couple options we have. We can just get a basic snow plow, which might be the way to go, honestly. We also have a salt spreader, but it says it can only be used if there's not too much snow. In my eyes, this is too much snow, right? I think you'd have to put that down early if it was going to snow a lot. The other thing we have is a tornado, which is like a snow plow, like a typical snow plow you would have in your house, except it's for, obviously, a bigger amount. So the snow would go in through the actual equipment itself, then shoot out the pipe. I'm sure you could turn the pipe one way or another, left or right. I'm thinking the plow is the way to go. I don't think we need to go for that one, although it's only $2,000 more. I still don't think we need to go with that one. I think the plow will be sufficient. It will spend a little bit of money that we don't want to spend right now. So before we do that, let's take a look. This one's $146,000. So we visit it. Oh yeah, I forgot it spawns us right in the middle of the cow area here. But as you can tell, there are a lot of buildings here. The likelihood is we can make a lot of this money back, if not even make more money than we would pay for this plot of land, because there's so many buildings here. It'd give us a big area here. Let's try to do a bird's eye view, because what really could we do with here, right? So right now we don't really have the equipment. We don't have the resources to be able to do the cows and the pigs yet, I don't think. So I think we need to be thinking about chickens, right? So this plot of land is massive. We could turn it into partial grassland, I suppose. That's an option, right? The other one, the smaller one, is right here. It only has 3 buildings on it. This is much more appeasing for chickens, I think. Well, even so, I think given them the price here, we should still be able to buy the snowplow. So let's go get the snowplow and we can think about it for a little bit longer, right? I can think about what I want to do as far as which one of those 2 plots of land we're going to do. Now, I will tell you there's not a whole lot we're going to be able to do today. The snow plowing is going to be one. Buying that plot of land, kind of trying to get it all set up the way we want it, is certainly going to be the other factor. One of those 2 plots, rather, getting that set up the way we want. But as far as contracts go, there's very few out there, so we're really not going to make a whole lot of money off of that. It's going to be relatively probably a shorter episode. As you can see, we've got a deadwood we can do, a rock removal, which we know how bad that was last time, but it is in a different area, so maybe we give it another chance, and then a wood transport. So there's really not a ton for us to be able to make some extra money off of today. So it's going to be more of a maintenance and getting rid of the snow more than anything. So let me go get that plow, and I will see you back here at the farm. All right, we're back here, gang. Let's see if we can get this thing to work here. I really haven't tried it yet. Assuming I just need to push it down, and yeah, there we go. Snow's moving. Look at that. It's probably going to take me a while because we're pushing quite a lot of snow around here. It's interesting the way that the graphics are going here with the snow. Really, as long as we get most of it out of the way and it's just less intrusive, I'm going to be pretty happy. As you can see there, it clearly is absolutely working well. So it's just going to be a matter of time for us to be able to get rid of all of it off the ground here. Never really done any of the snow removal, I'm going to be honest with all of you. Even in FS22, I didn't really do it. I think most of the time we had snow off, but trying to branch out a little bit more and utilize a little bit more of the environment stuff, especially with the fact that we now have... actually, matter of fact, I need to move that front loader out of the way. I'm about to block that thing in there. But... I didn't really utilize a whole lot of the snow stuff in FS22, and now that we've got disasters on and everything else, there's really no reason for me not to utilize the snow. And I don't think it was anything to do with me not liking the snow. I actually didn't mind the snow. I just wanted to, I think, mostly focus on the farming in FS22, and so I never did it. But now that they've kind of made the weather conditions a lot more involved, heavily involved, might as well make sure the snow is involved as well. So I'm going to drop that off there. Let me come over here, pick up the front loader, get it out of the way. I'm going to go put it in the shed. The way it's just fully out of the way, we don't have to worry about it. Okay, maybe. Please, please. Okay, we'll just keep driving into it. That's fine. Alright, there we go. Now it gives us a bunch of space over here, too, to push the snow out and away.
Every season, it's the same debate. Who's the greatest baller of all time? Maybe it's time for a new debate. The GOAT debate. Who is the greatest cash backer of all time? Let the debate begin.
I'm going to throw the weight on the back of the tractor while we're at it. It gets the weight out of the way, and it gives us a little bit more of a counter weight to the front, right? Because we're pushing a lot of weight on the front. How's everybody doing today? Hopefully you're all doing well. This is not what I expected to be doing in this episode, I'm going to be honest with you. I was not expecting this severe of snow to be populated on the ground. But that's okay. It gives us a bit of a different perspective. We've been doing a lot of the same thing for a little while, just mostly because we had no money and we couldn't do a whole lot else. So yesterday, there should have been a new episode. At least I think it was yesterday, as long as I got it right. If I didn't... No, I did get it right. It's yesterday. Yesterday, a new series came out on the channel. So if you have yet to check it out, I would highly recommend you do. It's probably the most excited I've been about for a series for quite a while. It's the One Tile Challenge, and it's on Farmlands, which is a map that everyone should be pretty familiar with. So if you've yet to do so, go check that out. It's going to be fun. I hope a lot of you decide to take up that challenge with me. I think that would be even more enjoyable, is seeing how everyone else takes the challenge up as well. And turn the beacons off now. I guess we're in our own land here, huh? So a lot of this probably would be better fit, honestly, in some kind of a time-lapse here. I know it's early on in the episode, but let's go ahead and just see if we can knock this out. Again, I'm not going to do the entirety of this. I just want to make sure we're able to clear out a lot of it, that we have enough room to drive around in the areas we typically do, because the snow's not going to stop today, and it looks like it might continue on in February as well. So that means we're going to be dealing with this for a while. So if we can get a lot of it cleared out of the way, it's going to help us as we're moving around and being able to stack pallets and things like that, and everything else we've got to do. So let's see what we can get done here. Let's move some more of this snow around, and I'll be back with you shortly.
Real wings have bones, and these boneless wings are actually premium chicken tender bites tossed in one of Whataburger's famous sauces. I know what a real wing is. That... It's not a wing.
Okay, this is taking an absolute eternity. This is taking much longer than I thought. I was actually enjoying it. It's kind of satisfying, but that was a really long time. That's much longer than I wanted the time to be, so I apologize for that. Maybe I edit some of that out in the edit. I don't know. I probably won't. I'll probably leave it in because it's just such a rare thing. I don't really do the snow work at all, but it is fun. But as soon as I started making progress, it just populated more snow on the ground for me, so I had to do it all over again. So it's... I don't know. I feel like we're going to get more snow that's going to populate on the ground here again any minute, and all of this is going to be for nothing. But I am enjoying it. I'm sure the sheep are having a blast. Look at that little baby in there. Just you can barely see him. There's so much snow in the ground. But anyway, started utilizing the angling of the snowplow a little bit more here, which has helped out tremendously. Should have been doing that to begin with. I'm sure somebody was already yelling at me in the comments about it, but I did end up utilizing it once we started doing the time lapse, so there's that, I guess. At this point, considering how much snow there is, and the tractor is having a lot of issues actually pushing it, I just want to try to get as little bit, as much as we can, rather, around the areas where we're going to be heavily driving in. The rest of it, I'm not going to even worry about. I'll just wait till it melts. But, you know, this area here, we're going to be driving around a lot. Obviously, the shed, we're going to be driving around a lot. The production will be driving around a lot. And then the area where we can buy stuff from the buying silo for sure. And obviously the silage one. So I cleaned it out a little bit. It's certainly not perfect, but it will allow us, or it should allow us, rather, to be able to maneuver a little bit easier because there won't be as much snow on the ground. Let me know your thoughts. Do you like doing the snow work, or do you hate it? I would assume a lot of people hate doing this, actually. But it's not that bad. Can't get that snow for whatever reason. That snow is just kind of like stuck there. Won't let me move it. I don't think we're going to need to go to the sheep before, and give them more grass, I should say, before the snow's all melted, so I'm not going to worry about it. Aw, see, I saw the thing pop up, and I'm sure all of you did too, that my battery was dying, but I thought maybe I could get it done quickly. Apologies. Should be good now. There we go. So really, I'm not going to do a whole lot more here in the snow. I think I'm going to be calling this good enough here in a second. I'm just going to clear out another bit of a path here for me to drive down. We don't really have any kind of massive equipment yet, so really I don't need to be moving all of this out of the way, but as long as I get a lot of it out, I'll be fine with that. I'm sure I'm not going about this the way I should. I was trying to take it originally, like, you know, trying to do it how I should do it, but it seems to be working better if I just get some speed going and I just go at it that way. So that's what I'm trying to do right now, is just kind of go at it this with speed and hope for the best here. I don't know, I think I'm going to pretty much call that good enough at this point, gang. It's certainly not perfect by any means, but it does make it easier for us to drive around. We are still going to have to go over the snow no matter what we do, but it won't be as severe as it was. Yep, we're going to call that good enough. Okay. So we've got $148,245 to our name. There was a little bit left of the goat milk in the production itself. I went ahead and turned it on rather, to auto selling because we weren't going to get a full pallet out of it, but that would get us enough that we could buy where we could buy one of the other plots of land, right? So the decision now needs to be made. Are we going to be buying this one or this one? This one we do not have enough to buy yet. This is probably going to be the last one we buy. It's $422,000. It's a lot of money. We're not quite there yet.
You're a smart man, Tiger Lynn. You're a smart man.
Yeah, I'm Asian.
There's literally.
All right, so what we're going to do, gang, is we're going to buy both of them. You might be asking, how can you do that? Well, there's so many buildings here, I'm almost guaranteeing that we will make enough money that we could buy this one, too. That one's 146. This one is 117. So let's buy this one first, and let's just see what happens. So we'll buy it. Okay. Let's go visit it in the cow barn here yet again. Now, as far as this one goes, what are we going to put here? I'm actually kind of leaning to change my mind a little bit, and you know that's going to happen, right? Things are going to happen when you carry on, and as things come together, where you're going to change your mind. I think on this feed or this farm specifically, I think we're going to do chickens. I think chickens. And only chickens, and we're going to utilize this as our new yard area. I've got some ideas. I just kind of popped in my head. I'm not going to say anything yet because I want to see how things, you know, flush out. But this also has a very nice silo that comes with it, and we've been looking for a silo. We just really haven't had the money or the resources to do so. Yeah, so I think that's what we're going to do. So what we'll do and end up doing is we're going to sell these buildings we don't need now. I'm going to keep the chicken coop, which I think is this one. All these other buildings will be sold. Eventually, we probably will sell some of this stuff here as well, like this, right, and this, because we're going to use this as our main yard area, since it is much bigger anyway. That way, it opens up this area for us to do some other things with it. And we can turn in this plot here into our pigsty, and then this one up here already has 2 massive cow enclosures. As you can see, there's already cows on it. There's cows right there. So this is a big one, part of it. And then this one also has more cows on it. So I think that's what we're going to do, because that would get us to our 5 animals, right? We have goats and sheep currently on the one we already own now, and we've been running for a while. Chickens will be 3 animals. Cows will be 4. And the pigs would be 5. That's 5 animals. We're supposed to have 5 heads of animals. Now, I guess we could switch this out and maybe not necessarily do pigs, because pigs are probably my least favorite animal. I don't know why they are, but they are. I guess over here we could do, you know, like water buffalo or something else, but that's for later on, right? That's for a later time. For now, let's work on getting rid of the buildings we don't need. So, demolition mode. We do not need the cow barn large. There's a lot of sheds here. I'm kind of tempted to keep a couple of them. I think I'm going to keep these 2. What is this, a bunker silo? Yeah. I'm going to get rid of that. I'm going to keep this. This is a manure pit, I think. We'll get rid of that. We don't need that. Sheep. We already have sheep and goats. We don't need that. That's another shed. Horse barn. We're not doing anything with horses. That's not a part of the rules here. Bale and pallet storage. We'll get rid of that, too. I don't love this big, massive hay shed thing, so we're going to get rid of that. Here's another shed. There's sheds everywhere. This is a pigsty. You know what we could do, now that I'm thinking about this, now that I'm getting rid of this and I'm seeing the size of the land here, maybe we keep this as chicken and pigsty, and this can also be our yard. Because then we can get rid of the buildings on this, and we could turn this into a crop field, or a grass field, or whatever we decide we want to do with it. That might be the way to go. That might be the way to go, gang. Because this one is similarly, it's close to our other field, which is here. This is our other field, right? So it's just around the corner from that. And we could put we could keep like one of these sheds or a couple of these sheds up here actually, and it could be some of the like the mowing equipment or whatever else we're going to do up here. We could utilize and keep these sheds and store all the equipment up here. So maybe this could be like the side yard for whatever it is that we're going to be doing between this field and this field, and then this can be our main yard, right? And then with hopes eventually to buy in like this field here maybe, or one of these over here that's closer to it. Because this is, I mean, already, even at the yard that we own right now, it already is a far drive for us to drive all the way over here just to do this field. So I feel like storing something here actually makes a lot of sense. But, according to the rules, I have to have at least one head of animal in each of these yard areas. So, I guess we just throw that out the window. Yeah, we'll turn this into a pigsty over here. Or I guess we could turn it into... I guess we could keep this as the chicken coop. Let's do that. Let's do that. Let's get rid of the chicken one. It's going to be less money, but who cares? We have $500,000 already. We'll keep the pigsty here. We'll utilize this one. What is going on there? Huh, okay. I'm going to get rid of this shed. I don't like how close it is to here. I think for now I'm going to leave the other ones. We might end up getting rid of one or both of these. I'm not positive yet on that statement. But for now I'm going to keep them. The snow's kind of in the way anyway for us to be able to put anything down. But yeah, I think that's a good approach, gang. So we purchased this one. We've got the pigs down here now. We've already got that sorted out. Let's do this one. Let's buy this one. Puts us down to $392, which is still a hell of a lot more money than we had. We're going to need that money, though, because we don't have any harvesters or anything like that. And if we're going to do these other animals, we need that money for that. So, let's sell the sheep thing. And then we've got these sheds here. I think I'm going to get rid of this guy. I'm going to keep this one for now. As we continue to build out and carry on here, maybe we have a better idea. But I'm going to keep this one. We'll put the chickens somewhere over here in this corner. And then the rest of this we can turn into a field. Probably like a, like a wheat or an oat or something in the barley field. Something that we can, or sorghum, something we can sell we can give to the chickens for feed. Yeah, I like this. This is good. This is good. This is a good idea. I like where we're going here. This is good. Now, we actually almost could buy this one. Nope, not that one. We can buy it. We can buy it right now. But do we buy it? I don't think we do. And the reason why I say I don't think we buy it is because it does already have animals on it. We do not have the resources right now to be able to do anything with the animals, right? We don't have any kind of money whatsoever. So I'm going to say no to that. Let me see if we can put down any kind of a chicken coop here. Has to be able to have 100 head of chicken. You got to remember that. So it's got to be relatively large. Or multiples. I guess you could do multiples. So this is just a chicken pasture. Man, look at that. 500 chickens in that little thing. That doesn't seem that realistic to me. I'm not going to do that. We've got one here that'll do 2,000 chickens. Holy smokes, it's the unrealistic version from the map. So the map itself has these ones that are unrealistic, like the one we're utilizing right now for our goats and sheep. It holds 2,000. Similarly, we could do that with the chickens as well, right? I don't think we're going to. I think we're going to stick to 360. That is plenty in my eyes. I don't see any reason why we would need any more than that. Let's see. I want to make sure we get enough room here for us to be able to drive. It's kind of at an awkward angle here, isn't it? Okay, we can customize this. So I think what I'll do here is I'm going to give them a little bit more land than they normally might have, because we're going to have 360 of them in here. I want them to be able to run around. I want them to be able to roam a little bit. They don't need to roam, like anything crazy, but I want them to roam a little bit. Get out of the way, deer. You're in the way. Why is it not, weird. Okay, well, I mean, I guess it's just going to storm in that small one. It wouldn't let me do it manually for some reason. It was wanting me to connect it back over here, which doesn't make sense. You would want to have the room to go underneath here and come back out, because that's where the feed and everything is. That's fine. It doesn't need to be any bigger than that anyway. It really doesn't. I was going to make it bigger to give them more room, but they don't really need it. It's just chickens. They don't need that much room. Yeah, they'll be fine in there. There's plenty of room in there. Yeah, they'll be fine. They'll be fine. Okay. Well, gang, bit of a shorter episode. Well, actually, I don't know if it was short now that I look at the time here on the OBS, but that snow removing stuff took forever. A lot longer than I expected, but not really a whole lot actually occurred, with the exception of buying 2 of the 4 that, well, I guess we now have 3. Buying 2 more to get us to the point of 3 of the 4 yards we need. We're on our way, gang. We've got the pigsty, we've got the chicken coop. We just got to get the resources to be able to do both of those, and then we can move to the final one and buy the cow area. Before we end, as we always have been doing, we're going to go ahead and pay off some more of the loan here. We're going to pay a little bit more. We're going to go down to 900,000 here. Pay off a little bit more than we normally have been. When we have $900,000 left of the loan, we're getting there, gang, slowly but surely. Going to leave the episode here. Hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next episode. Alright, gang, welcome back to our investment challenge here on Riverview. It is March, which is not what you would probably expect, and that's based solely on the fact that in February, once again, the tsunami had continued, and there was very little for us to do. I normally do not skip months at all in any series, except for maybe towards the end of a series when you're just trying to complete something. But given the situation at hand here, the snow just kept continuing to pile on, and there really wasn't anything for us to do. There was 2 contracts out, contracts we didn't really want to do given the snow factor. So I decided to just go ahead and skip to March. I don't think anybody's really going to complain too much about that. At least I hope not. So first thing we're going to do here is try to get rid of some of these pallets out of the area that they're in currently, because it is out of room to spawn more pallets, and we want it to continue to spawn pallets if at all possible, because that's our moneymaker, right? Now, it is March, and still snow on the ground, as you can tell, and I think I've made a couple of decisions here about the way we're going to go. So if you recall in the last episode, we purchased some more, well, not the last episode, I guess the episode before that, we purchased some more fields, or more yards that we had to buy, right? And with those yards came a lot of buildings. We sold a lot of those already, and we said we might be making some modifications to this area here. And I thought about it for a while, and I've decided that we are going to do that. Long story short, we're going to make the field behind us where the pigs were, if you recall that, which I'll show to you here in just a second. The one that's very close to this area. We're going to make that our main yard field, or main yard area, whatever you want to call it. And we're going to move most of the equipment and everything else down there. Probably move the house as well, I think. We'll see. This production is not going to move, I can tell you that. Everything else is probably going to move down there. Mostly because for that production, we're going to be using it heavily for the sheep and the goats here, right? So we kind of want to keep that close by. The rest of the animals, we're not really going to be utilizing any kind of production out of them, with the exception of maybe the cows. But we're far off before we get the cows, right? So we're not buying that anytime soon. So how's everybody doing today? Hopefully you're all doing well. Things are good here. Whoop, that went well. Let's see if I can flip this up here. Seems that a lot of people have been very interested, or at least so far have enjoyed, there we go, the one tile challenge that I came up with, and if for whatever reason you have yet to watch that, go check it out. It's on Farmlands. Everybody's very familiar with that map. I think it's going to be a big hit, man. So far, there's a couple people that have taken up the challenge. I know Rescue Money Gaming took it up. Oh, there we go. Finally, the snow has all melted, so that's good. That's going to help us out, too. I think Sheriff, who's one of my members, has decided he's going to take it up as well. I'm not sure if he's doing a video yet or not. I'll have to look and see if he is. And I think I saw a couple other people also saying they were going to potentially take it up, so that's exciting.
Exclusively on ESPN Plus, UFC 315. 2 title fights, live from Montreal. ESPN Plus subscribers can stream UFC 315 for only $79.99. Buy it on ESPNplus.com/PPV.
Welcome to paradise. Our Amex Platinum card got us here. Membership takes it next level. Hottest restaurant in town? Booked with Resi. Event access. Endless vibes. Stay out later. Sleep in longer with late checkout. Platinum card membership for a trip that's nothing less than iconic.
We're nearly finished with the Triple Threat Challenge as well, which is good. And this series, we're really just kind of starting to get our feet wet, getting our legs on this series, I guess is what I should say, because we now have enough room to start putting down some more animals, right? It's just going to be a requirement of us to be able to buy some more fields here. And I kind of had an idea in regard to fields, speaking of fields. So our grass field that we currently have, I think I'm going to sell it. There's some reasons I'm going to sell it. I will tell you that here in just a second. But I believe we're going to sell that field today. And kind of do something a little bit different. One, we're going to buy a new field. But we're also going to utilize some of this space in this area here and in all the different areas that we just purchased. We're going to utilize some of that space to create our own fields, which I think will help better our ability to continue on this series by just making some upgrades, right? Utilizing some of our own land that's just kind of sitting there being wasted space. Once we get rid of some of the buildings that are on here that we're not going to be utilizing, we're going to move over. We'll have some space here. We could probably put a small field over there as well. Which would probably be good, right? Having maybe a small grass field here on this land that we can utilize, you know, for the sheep and the goats. We'll probably need another one. It's probably not going to be big enough, but at least be, you know, something that we have over here that can help. We'll probably turn a big chunk of our land, if you're looking at the map right now, directly to the south of us, 50 right there. We're probably going to turn a big chunk of that into a field, and it's probably going to be a grass field, I think. Because the field we're going to buy, I believe, is what we're going to utilize moving forward as like a cereal crop field for, you know, the chickens or the pigs or whatever it is we're deciding to do. Now, the pigs are going to be something we're going to have to figure out how we're going to feed them. They are going to need a lot of things to get going. Well, that went well. And this tree's just right in your vision there, isn't it? Okay, here we go. Here we go. Well, that went well. Well, at least we righted ourselves. That went well. Okay. Let's try this again. Okay, here we go. That's better. All right, we got all the pallets out now so it can continue to spawn. It was triggering, when I flipped to March, it was triggering saying there was not enough space to spawn any more pallets, so. Now it is March. Close are going to be coming up here soon. I think it's May. We've gone over that a number of times, I think, but pretty sure close is May. So when we're going to make a good amount of money when May comes around, which is good. It's going to be useful. We're going to need it. Why is it not accepting the wool? Are we full? Can it not hold any more wool? I thought this thing could hold a ton of wool. Perhaps for full. No, it can hold like 1 million wool. Alright, I don't know what the problem was. Anyway, it's in there now. Okay, so let's go ahead and pull off to the side here. I think that pallet's up in the middle of the air. I think because of... Well, they're both kind of up in the middle of the air, but this one's a little bit more extravagant. I think the reason why they're up in the air is because of the snow, and it just hasn't reset for whatever reason, which is kind of funny. Okay, so here's what we're going to do, gang. So I've thought about this for a long, long time. So we're going to sell this shed here. We're going to sell this. For now, I'm going to leave the house here, but I am thinking we're going to move the house. Whether it's in the same area here or if it's down here, we are going to move it. We're going to sell this here, which is our silage silo. We're going to sell that, and we'll sell this too because it's almost empty. I'm just going to sell it and just get rid of it. Now, the reason why we're doing all this is because I want to move everything down here. Now, I fully understand that I'm going to lose a little bit of money in this process of doing this, but I do think for the future, for the longevity here of the series, I think it's better for us to be down here. There's more room. We already have a silo down here, right? We've got some sheds and everything. So I think it's better. So let's go ahead and just get started with that right off the bat here. I'm just going to go ahead and sell this stuff.
This is like the best flavor because it has strawberry ice cream in the middle and it has like breadcrumbs on top. It's sweet, crunchy, and strawberry. It's perfect. I found the strawberry inside of it. Amazing.
New Swiffer Mop Deluxe. With the new locking head, getting into tight spaces is simple.
And we want to sell this. I'm actually going to sell this too. We'll get another one. I guess it won't let me. Maybe I have to drive it somewhere and sell it. I don't know. Okay, so that puts us at $353,279. We're also going to sell that field over there like I talked about. And our goal is to buy either this field or this field. It's probably going to be this field. I think this field's slightly smaller than this one, so it's a little bit cheaper. And we don't have a ton of money. We're going to sell this shed too. I decided I don't need all of those. We're just going to keep these two over here in this area. What I'm planning to do is we're going to add some of those buildings we just got rid of down here, obviously into our yard area. But what we're going to do is kind of turn... imagine if I just take an invisible line here and I run it this way and go up this way. This whole section back in here is all going to be a field. It's going to be a relatively large-sized field. Will it be as big as the field that we're selling? No, but it'll be pretty close. And if you factor that in with maybe turning this whole section here into a grass field like I've talked about, I think we're going to be in a better spot. We might also consider moving this as well. It will mean we have to move the sheep and everything out of there, but that's, again, not a big deal. But if we move that and we can maybe expand the area a little bit bigger, they'll have a little bit more land that they can chew on, meadow grass, if you will, right? And that will definitely help us as well with being able to make sure that they continue to stay fed, because as you recall, that specific animal pen enclosure holds 2,000 heads of animal. It's going to be a lot, man, once you get to 2,000. Once they get to that point, it's going to be a lot. So a lot of basic modifications, I think, is what we're really going to be focusing on today. So without further ado, we've got rid of those. So let's go ahead and sell this field. Gets us to 537,597. There's one other building I forgot to sell that we're going to sell that I thought about. I don't think we're going to need this anymore. This is also a grass field right now. We might actually come up here and plow it and turn it into one of our legitimate grass fields. So that's what I'm saying. There's going to be plenty of grass. I'm not too concerned about getting rid of that field. But we'll see, right? We'll see what we decide to do with this one. This one's going to be probably an afterthought for a little while. But let's sell this. We don't need that either. So that gives us $542,275. Now, that's a lot of money. These two fields I want to purchase are very expensive. As you can see, we're actually $2,000 under what we really need for this field. Almost $3,000 under what we need for that field. This one, however, is $472,000. Won't leave us with a ton of money, but we will have some money. And as you can see, that is much closer to our main hub or our main operation. So it's less of me having to drive all the way down here and all the way over here to do this, when I can just drive right up the outside of our area, and there we are. We're right there, right? So I think that's what we're going to do, is we're going to buy this field. Now, I think right now it's canola, I think. Yeah, it's canola. So I don't know how the field is. I don't know what it's looking like. 97% yield bonus, so that's good. right? We're going to get a lot back for it. It's a relatively large field. Like really, really large field, honestly. I think we have... I'm not sure, actually. I was going to say, I think we've done a contract on this field before, but I could be incorrect on that statement. I don't know. In any case, we're going to buy it, so let's go ahead and buy it right now. It's now ours. We have $69,000 to our name, which is not a ton of money, but it should be enough for us to be able to start working on some of the things that I just talked about with you, right? Turning this section into another field, and just kind of getting everything prepped and ready to go. So we need to start taking all of this equipment, for the most part, from here down to here, and start getting everything set up properly. One other thing I think I'm going to do, the more that I sell it, the more I think I want to get rid of it. I like these two sheds here, but I don't like this shed being where it is. I kind of want to have an open area to go this way if we want to. Have different, ways to get in and out. Because right now it's just kind of blocking this whole section off. For now I'm going to leave it, I think. But there's a high probability that I might get rid of this between now and the next episode or a future episode. So I just want to make sure that I'm clear about that with all of you, that I plan to more than likely move this out of the way here soon. So, all of that said, that's a lot of me spewing all kinds of stuff to you. Let's try to get things set up here as best we can. And by set up, I mean move things over there. It's going to take me a while to do this. I thought about maybe potentially just doing a... I'm going to drop this off here in the front. I don't really think I need to take this down there with me. Oh, I can sell that too. Forgot about that. Let's drop that off there. Let me go sell this. It's not going to be a ton of money, but let's go sell it too. Just get it out of the way.
Explore hand-picked hotels through the edit. And unlock upgraded stays. With Chase Sapphire Reserve. Make more of what's yours.
Listing your house on the market isn't the only way to sell your house. Selling to us is much faster, easier, and way more convenient. Want to know how? If you need to sell your house for any reason, click the link in this video to see if my offer is right for you. We make the process of selling your house easy and simple. No commissions, no fees. We'll buy your house in as-is condition, and you pick the closing date. No appraisals, no repairs, no hassles. All offers are completely confidential, and there is no obligation whatsoever. Click the link in this video and fill out a short survey so we can make you a cash offer. If you are struggling to sell your house, this is the fastest and easiest way to get money in your pocket ASAP. And yes, we will really buy your house in any condition. We've dealt with it all. Click the link now to see how much cash you can get for your house today. Best case scenario, you get rid of a huge pain in your butt in record time with a nice chunk of change in your pocket. What do you have to lose? Click the link and answer a few questions to get your cash offer now.
Alright, so that's done. I'm going to take the plow with us down there as well. We'll have to make a bunch of trips here. I thought about maybe potentially putting this into a time-lapse, but I really don't think I will. Let me go ahead and drive this over there first with you so you can see where we're going. It's really not far. We're just going right around the corner. But then after that point, I'll just do a bit of a jump cut, I think, and get the rest of the equipment over there. So we just got to hang a left here. We're going to go up here past the grape processing plant here. Right there. And up here around this corner, there should be a little bit of an inlet for us to go. Down to what is going to be our new yard, our new area. And it should be here. We hang a left, and then we just go straight. If you recall, a long time ago, we did a contract over there. We're knocking down some trees. And they're still up there. We haven't got rid of those or pulled them out of there yet, so that's something else we could potentially do. I love this entrance down here to this field. I really like it a lot. This technically isn't even our own land. We don't begin to be our land until right about now. And there we are. We're here. Now, we're not going to put any pigs in for a while. I think I might have mentioned that in the last episode, but I'm just going to reiterate it. We're not going to have pigs going for a while here. We need to get some of the food required, some of the crops, I guess I should say, required, going, have them in storage so we can turn it into the pig food that we require. All right, so that's that. Where the plow? I'm not really sure where I'm going to put the plow at. I guess I'll put it over here by the tree for now, until we figure something else out for it. We don't own that much equipment. We've been utilizing a lot of the leasing, right, in this series because that is allowed, which normally, in not even almost, every other series that I do, I never allow leasing unless you're leasing for a contract specifically only. In other words, I don't allow leasing for working your own fields that you own. But in this series, it's allowed, and it makes sense because there's no way for you to progress early on in this series if you weren't able to do that. So let me get all this stuff down here. I'm going to get it all put away in the new area that's going to be our new yard, and yeah, we'll see where we're at from there and figure out what we're going to do. Hopefully, there's a contract or two out there for us today, and we'll start working on making some fields there on the land that we currently own, like I talked about, right? We'll start working towards that.
Oh my god, I can't believe I let you talk me into this.
It's been a great experience.
Yeah.
All right.
Next. Okay, we are pulling back up here. I've got everything moved over here, and clearly I've bought a new piece of equipment here. It's something we're all very familiar with, the Lizard 6M plow. Going to be very useful. I went ahead and purchased this one outright. I could have probably leased it, but I decided to purchase it outright. So it was a little bit less money than what we had before I started moving everything over. Now, trying to figure out exactly how I want to set this up. So some of these trees are certainly in the way, but I think we can just kind of make it an awkward shaped field, considering this is more than likely just going to be a grass field. And I also do want to call it out. I'll try to call it out in the one tile challenge, but a subscriber mentioned to me that the plow itself can fold up, and I just overlooked it completely. I didn't even realize that it could do that. So thank you to that individual, and I apologize. I'm not sure what the name on it was, but hopefully during the one tile challenge, I'll remember to pull your name up before I start doing the recording and see if I can give you the credit you deserve for reminding me of that. But anyway, we're going to go ahead and get started here, as obviously we've already begun. I'm trying to outline a bit of a field here. It's just going to be a grass field, so really shouldn't be too big of a deal if we get close to certain buildings and stuff, because we certainly do not have to mow it. But having most of this area all grass until we decide, if we're going to, expand or do anything else with it, I think is a good thing. It's going to give us a lot of yield, and we'll be able to make a lot of grass with it, which is also going to be good, right? Because we can utilize that to take it over to the sheep and the goats, among other things, right? We can make silage and everything else out of it as well. Now, we're going to be kind of breaking all this up into chunks. Today, our focus is going to be getting this field kind of set up. We got everything moved already. Then we're going to have to kind of, work as we continue to work out as we go, right? So we'll get this thing drilled with some seed for some grass relatively soon, more than likely in the next episode. And then from there, we can kind of branch out and start working on the area where all the sheep and the goats are. And then from there, go over to where we put our chickens at and kind of work on that field as well. Now that field up there, I kind of said maybe we turn it into a grass field, but the way that I'm seeing here, the way I'm seeing, it's not even correct English there, see? The way that this is going and what I'm seeing so far, I think this field's going to be plenty big enough, at least for the foreseeable future, for the goats and the actual sheep themselves. They are going to get to a point where this probably isn't going to be enough, but at the current state, this should be plenty for them. So due to that reason, I think I'll make that other field something else, probably just, like a wheat or something like that, just for the chickens, since they're right there. I think it's smarter to try to, as we branch out, move to a point where whatever that animal is, have whatever we're utilizing for that animal, whatever kind of food or feed they require, be near them, so that way we don't have to travel so much back and forth to accomplish the goal. Now, you might be saying, well, this is going to be pigs, so what's the grass really going to do a whole lot? Well, not to an extent. I mean, it will a little bit, but eventually this might not be that, right? But the main point I'm trying to make, I'll do a quick autosave here, is that even though the pigs are going to be here and we're going to have grass here that we're going to utilize to mow, this field is much closer than it was for us to drive from here all the way here to mow the grass, come all the way back, right? So we are still close for the pigs, as long as we have something close by, and that field is massive, so it should be more than sufficient to be able to accomplish the goal of what we're trying to do here with the pigs. So, not as concerned. I guess I can turn those beacons off. Now, we've got this big tree kind of here in the way. I'm just going to go around it. Now, I don't know, it would probably cost an outrageous amount, but I had an idea of maybe potentially in the future, once we got a little bit more money coming in, maybe we kind of, I don't know, smash through this area. We'll have to get rid of all these trees, have to buy this land, I guess, get rid of all these trees, but maybe if we level this out and kind of make a bit of a tunnel, I guess, over to here, that would be pretty beneficial, I think. We could get easy access between the two fields that way then. So maybe in the future we'll do that as well. If it lets me do it. The actual game itself, the map itself, may not even allow me to do that, but it's an idea that popped in my head as I was carrying this stuff back and forth, and it would be very expensive to do it, but...
3 signs your car accident is worth major compensation. If you've been in a car accident recently, there are 3 critical signs that could indicate your case is worth significant compensation, possibly even 6 or 7 figures. Sign number 1, insurance tried to settle quickly after your accident. This is the biggest red flag.
You never know, right? You never know. We'll see how things get along, and if it makes sense and we have the money to do so, we might do it. Alright, so let's get this field done and get it all prepped and ready to go. We're not going to be able to drill anything in it today. The only thing really that can be done today are, I think, peas and cotton, things like that. Grass can be put in today, actually, so I guess we are technically okay. At least I think grass can put in today. There are some periods of time that you can't do grass. I don't remember when that is. Right now we can do spinach, sugar beets, sugar cane, sunflowers, poplar, peas, oilseed radish, olives. Grass can be done. Yep, grass cannot be done in December, January, and February. So when we were having the snownomi, it cannot be done. Okay, so we're good then. Never mind. You can ignore everything I just said. We are able to go ahead and put grass in here today if we wanted to. We'll see what time it is as far as the actual OBS recording of where we're at. May or may not drill it today. the field's done. We're going to do a little bit of touch-up work here with some paint here, gang. Rain's in the forecast. It's coming here any minute. Just going to put this back here for now. Work. Let's do a little bit of touch-up work here if we can. Let's see. We want paint here, and this is more of a gravel-like texture, right? I don't know which gravel texture it is, though. This one, maybe? Yeah, this one. Okay. So we're just going to kind of come along here and try to make this look a little bit better, since this is an area that we're going to be driving on often. We want it to look relatively good. Perhaps I shouldn't put the plow away. This is kind of sticking out here a little bit more. Do we just kind of go up to that then instead? Yeah, let's do that. Go too fast. See, we don't want to mess it up here, bud. And then we need to do the same thing over here. There's some grass there for whatever reason. I'm not sure why. That's fine, I guess. Probably should go around the outside and put some grass like that to make it look even a little bit more realistic, right? Because there would be some grass on the outside edges of this. Alright, that's pretty good. It's a lot larger of a field than it seems like once you get back up this way, right? I mean, that's pretty big, man. That might be, I don't know. It might be 1/3 of that field, or around that at least. It's relatively large. It should be enough for now. Now, ideally, we get rid of these trees here, and we can kind of, you know, wrap this around this way, maybe these trees as well, and make this a little bit bigger of a field. But yeah, I'm happy with it. I'm good. I'm good with it. So, we're going to leave the episode at that point, gang. I hope you enjoyed it. We've got a new direction, a new path forward here. Things are good. We need to pay $5,000 off on the loan like we always do. Although I think the last episode we didn't do it, but that's okay. We'll go ahead and pay $5 now. We're going to continue our progress here, gang. We are making really good progress. This is going to set us up better for the future. Can't wait to see where it goes next. Hope you enjoyed it. Like, subscribe. If you're new, all that good stuff. Thanks to my members. Links in the description if you want to become a member. I'll see you in the next episode.
You're a smart man, Tiger Lynn. You're a smart man.
Yeah, I'm Asian.
There's little... Alright, gang, welcome back to our investment challenge here in Riverview. It is now April, and as you can clearly tell, we have a new piece of equipment that we have purchased. I did not lease this one. I purchased it outright. I think we're going to need it moving forward. Now, I am utilizing a version of this. It is the Vultra version in our one tile challenge. But for this one, we've got the Massey Ferguson one. It's great. We also bought the extra attachment so we could actually pull it this way, and I really truly think we needed it based off of the width of this drill, and just simply put, the width of the roads here. We would have a hell of a time trying to get this back in a route and moved around, and at current, we really have to move this around, right? We've got that big field we purchased way over there in the distance. And we're going to be utilizing this to re-drill it. And ideally, we're going to be re-drilling that field with items that we're going to be utilizing for the pigs. We need to get the pigs going here relatively soon. We also want to get the chickens going. We've got a lot of things to do, right? We started kind of a new plan here in the last episode. We started reworking our yard area and how everything's set up. I'm very happy with how it's come out. I'm very happy with the way we're going here. I think this is going to be extremely helpful. Now, this field itself specifically here, perhaps in the future, it might turn into some more buildings and stuff. But for now, we are going to make it a grass field. It's very close to our sheep pen over there, so I'm not too concerned about carrying it over there. Right now, as it currently stands anyway, we really don't need a ton of grass over there, but soon enough we will. And we're going to work on that area over there as well. I've mentioned that before, that we're going to kind of try to do something a little bit different over there. Maybe change up the actual pin itself, make the meadow grass area a little bit larger. It will mean either having to move all of our animals. I forget which one it is to get this to come back down now. Oh, I think I need to go over here. I screwed this up already. Hold on. Okay, there we go. We got it unfolded now. Now I should be able to do what I want to do. So let me go ahead and unhook this yet again. This is literally only being utilized to move the drill. So I'm going to put it over here by this tree for now so I don't forget about it or don't lose it, I guess. I might run into that now that that's there. I might forget about it, but I might move it somewhere else as we carry along. I don't know. But in any case, we need to get this hooked back up. Now I need to figure out how to bring, there it is, bring this back down. Boom, there we go. Now the PTO, everything's connected, and we're good to go. I've also bought, as you can clearly tell, some fertilizer and some seed to go into this drill. We clearly needed that. We don't have a buying silo or anything yet with our move here. And like I mentioned, we're going to put grass in here. Just because I think it's the smartest thing to put in here. That way we can mow it, and if we need to remove any of the grass for whatever reason, it's not really that big of a deal, because the grass just continues to grow back. Once we plant this one time, we don't have to worry about it anymore, right? We'll have to fertilize it, certainly, but we won't have to worry about re-drilling this field at all anymore. And it's really just going to be only for the grass, because this is our main yard. It may or may not expand greatly, who knows, as we carry along, but for now we want it as a grass field so we can actually utilize that for the sheep and the goats, and whenever we decide to repurchase the silage silo of sorts. Now we might put down a separate or a different silage silo this time. I'm not positive if we're going to utilize the same one yet or not, but we will see as we carry along. How's everybody doing today? Hopefully you're all doing well. Things are good here. Really, really happy with the way that this series is now going with this change. I do think it's a must and an absolute need and a necessity for us to make this change. We now have, you know, the spots ready to go for 3 different animal pens, one of which already is going and going strong. We've already eclipsed what needs to be accomplished for the sheep and the goats. Now it's just a matter of us doing the same thing for the chickens and the pigs, and then eventually the cows. The cows are going to be a while. We've got to get $500,000 before we can even buy the land that they're sitting on. But the nice thing about that land, and whenever we do purchase it, is it does include cows already on it, which none of these other ones did, right? So that's the nice thing. The cows will already be there. I'm not sure how many cows will actually be there. Probably not many, but it is still already there for us, and we'll be able to utilize that to our advantage with them reproducing, right? Now the canola field, I'm not positive when that's ready to harvest. I would assume it's here in the next month or two. Let's take a look. So this field we purchased in the last episode, as you recall, a lot of money on it, canola is in July, so yeah, not next month, not the following month, so 3 months from now, so 3 episodes from now, we will be harvesting that. And then my goal, as I mentioned early on in the episode here, is to turn that into items we need for pigs. Now, the problem with pigs, I never do pigs on the channel, almost never, I guess I should say. And there's a reason for that. I'm going around here because I missed a couple bits here on the end. I'm just trying to touch that up. And the reason for that is it's probably my least favorite animal to do, are pigs. I don't know why. I think it has to do with they like potatoes, and I don't like doing potatoes for some reason. I love potatoes in real life. It's probably my favorite vegetable. That and green beans and bell peppers. I could eat bell peppers all day long as a snack. So bell peppers are my favorite, but I do love potatoes. I really do. I love a good potato with a nice steak or some chicken. Love a potato. Pork chop. But I just don't like doing potatoes in this game for some reason. I don't know why. We have not done it yet in FS25. I'm going to have to do it at some point. It'll probably have to be in this series, right? And it might come to a point where when we do start doing the pigs here in the relatively near future, we might take a portion of this grass field away and turn it into like a small, potato field or something like that, right? I don't know yet. We'll have to wait and see how things continue to progress here, but we're going to have to do that, or we're going to have to find some kind of production that will, provide us with pig food, or, I guess, not as exciting, but I guess we could just buy the pig food outright. Just buy it from the store or from a buying silo. That's not really that exciting. I don't think I'm going to go that approach, but I guess there's always that option if we are in dire straits, right, and we need to. This is a very awkward field. Very, very awkward field, but it's okay. When it's grass, it's not really going to matter. It's not even going to look like a field when it's done. It's just going to look like a big grass field, a big meadow field, right? Now, having a worker work on this grass field, I think, might be a bit of a tricky situation, considering how awkward of a shape it is. Ideally, we need to start thinking about getting rid of some of these trees here soon so we can try to make this a little bit easier to work with and to manage. But that'll have to be for the future. Ideally, right now, what I would like to do is get the grass field here set up, start working on the area that we used to be our yard that we removed, and try to, solidify that a little more. And then, after all of that's done, we can move up towards the field that we purchased where we have our chicken coop at and start prepping that field for the chickens, right? Chickens, honestly, are probably going to be the first of the two animals between the pigs and the chickens that we can do right now that we already have the pins for. We're probably going to do the chickens first. They're a little bit easier, right? They're less maintenance. So we're probably going to do those first, and then we'll take care of the pigs after that. Now that we've got a couple headland passes, I'm going to do some more traditional up and downs, if you will. I didn't turn on a worker, so why is it saying there's a worker? Okay, anyway. Still haven't fully decided what I want to do with that area there and with our house. As I mentioned before, right, our house is in the old area of the yard over with the sheep. It's not that I don't like it being there where the sheep are. I don't really mind it there, but I'm considering moving it down here as well. But we'll see if I decide to actually do that or not. Or may not. It will mean that we lose a little bit more money if we do go that route, because obviously we're going to lose the money that we spent on the house. We're only going to get around half-ish back, I think. Somewhere around in there, at least. Now, looking at this, we might have to go get some more solid fertilizer from the shop, which is a bit unfortunate. I really don't want to do that if I don't have to. But what I can do is just hook up the front loader here to the John Deere and then just go pick it up that way instead of bringing the whole drill back up there. I don't think that's really the smartest play or beneficial by any means.
This isn't just for me. This is for everyone who ever doubted me. And the millions of SoFi members who defy financial doubts every day.
Now, I do want to call out a brand new member who just joined the channel here, joined as a member on my channel. I want to thank you very much for joining. I hope I do not butcher your name too badly. I'm not sure if it's Victor or Victoria Phoenix. Thank you very much for joining. I appreciate it. If you are interested in becoming a member and want to know what you receive, links down below in the description, but you get a bunch of perks. Namely, you get access early to all videos I release on the channel, like this one, and a members-only series as well that comes out once a month. So, thank you very much for the continued support, and if you're interested, links down below in the description. I really appreciate it. So now we're doing some more traditional up and downs here, gang. We've got most of the awkward areas all taken care of. Now we should be able to just do the traditional up and downs for the rest of the field drilling. I think we're going to be okay on the fertilizer. We're not going to have much left after we're done here, but I think we're going to be okay, which is good. I'm climbing the mountain here for a minute. So this won't take too long, gang. Let's go ahead and get this knocked out. Let's get it done. And then, like I said, we'll start working towards our sheep area there and see if we can try to solidify that area a little bit more and figure out what we're going to do. Obviously, I said we were going to turn part of that into a small grass field, and that's still the goal. Maybe we turn that into our potato field in the end. Who knows? But anyway, we're going to do that here after we're done with this. Okay, this is all done, gang, and I think I've changed my mind slightly on this one. I think we're going to make this into either a potato field or something for the pigs. I think that's what we're going to do here.
Monday.com is the best AI for work, and here's why. Let me show you some of the mind-blowing things thousands of companies are already doing with Monday.com's AI. If you're in marketing...
For now, I'm just going to leave it as plowed. I need to do a little bit of touch-up work here, as you can see. Let's just go ahead and do it now. Why not? Normally I do this off camera just because I don't think it's that exciting, but we might as well just go ahead and touch it up now. It's not like there's... I mean, we got mud and we got, like, what, gravel there? Or is that asphalt? Who knows? It ain't that. I can tell you that. It ain't that. It ain't that either. It ain't that. It don't look like that either. What the hell is this? What's this? Which is forest ground, evidently? Doesn't look like forest ground to me, but okay, we'll go with it. If that's what you think it is, that's what it is, I guess. Alright, let's see here. Actually, I really screwed it up here a little bit. Let's see if we can try to clean this up a little bit here. There we go. That should give us enough room to maneuver in here as well. Yeah, I'm good at that. Now, speaking of this, I don't know if the clothes... I think they're May. I always say this every time we get into here, but then I kind of forget. I think it's May, though. Let's just verify that statement. They might be good today, though. We might be selling those today, and if we do, that's going to be good, because we really could use some money right now. We're getting a little low. It is today. Clothes are being sold today. That's exciting. All right, let's go find the clothes. We're going to turn them on auto selling here. Change output to selling. Perfect. I don't know how much is actually in here versus how much is spawned, but where we at? Clothes. 2,879 liters. So not a ton, but there are 4 pallets of clothes here, which is great. We also have sunflower oil. When is that? We just got to figure out what all this stuff is. I want to try to get as much money as possible here. Sunflower oil was technically, I guess, last month, so we missed that one. So we need to go ahead and sell that too. I don't know if there's any sunflower oil in storage here. I would assume not. Oh, there's 541, so I guess there's some. And that was from a contract we did. So we'll do that to selling. What else do we have in here? Sunflower oil. We've got clothes is already done. There should be goat milk going in here, I think, right? Yep, but are we not making anything? Oh, we have it on selling already. Okay. Well, that might not be the case. We might not need to do that anymore. Let me go check the goat milk. I would assume it's probably starting to drop drastically here. Goat milk bottle. It is starting to drop drastically. So it's time for us to go ahead and turn that off, I believe. Although it is still $6 grand right now. Some of them's even a little bit higher than that. We're going to leave it. We're going to leave it. We're going to leave it. All right, so everything's unsold, so we need to go get the trailer, bring it over here, and stack these up. So let's do that. All right, these are the last set of clothes here. Yep, we got them on there. Good, good, good. That one slid down the fork there. Hopefully I'll be able to get them up here. I didn't really do the best job putting them on the trailer. It's actually not terrible now that I'm looking at it from this angle, but the other angle didn't look that great. I don't think this is going to be any better. I think going at it this way is actually going to be worse for me. I don't even know if these are going to stay on here now that I'm looking at this. Let's try to make it a little bit better, maybe. Nope, that didn't work. I should have known better. I should have just went at it the normal way, but I kind of got a little bit too close to the silo here with it. I was afraid I was going to have to do a little bit of Austin Powers back and forth and back and forth. I'm just going to pick it up by my hand for real quick here. There's a gloss over that. I picked it up with my hand. We'll ignore it. Okay, we're on there. We're good.
Welcome to Paradise. Our Amex Platinum card got us here. Membership takes it next level. Hottest restaurant in town? Booked with Resi. Event access. Endless vibes. Stay out later. Sleep in longer with late checkout. Platinum card membership for a trip that's nothing less than iconic.
Now, these are all going to go to the farmer's market. The sunflower oil is slightly lower at the farmer's market than if we were to take it to the harbor, but it's a drastic change for the harbor for the clothes. And that's going to be the big moneymaker for us, right? Now, we've got 6 minutes. 6 minutes happens. We're going to get a decent amount of money already because we had 2,000 liters of clothes in, a little over 2,000 liters, I should say, of clothes in the production itself. And as you saw, we're making a lot of money off of clothes. A lot of money. So, 2 more pallets and a little bit more than that will be sold here in 4 minutes. So let's head to the farmer's market and let's see what kind of money we get. This should be, this should probably be the most money we've made yet, honestly. What is happening here? Oh boy. Okay. I don't know what was going on there. It looked like they were mating or something. They were inside of each other. That was a little awkward. Anyway, 2 minutes to go here, and we're going to see some money pouring in. 1 minute to go, we're going to see some money pouring in. I don't know how much we're going to get here. It's going to be like we're going to be close to 100 grand, I think. More than that. We're at 125 grand. Holy smokes. Well, that's good. We needed some money, and that definitely did the trick for us. So that's good. I'm very, very happy about that. Now, I'm assuming the sell point's over here for these. Could be wrong on that statement, but I'm assuming it is. It is. Holy smokes. $266,000 is what we now have. Oh, boy. That's a lot of money. That is good, man. That is much needed money, too. That is really good. Wow. Well, the more sheep we get, the better this is going to get, man. Those clothes are huge, 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 huge money maker for us. So, good. We're going to keep the clothes and everything on selling for right now. We'll probably keep them on selling for the next month or two. It's still going to be a really good price, and then we're going to turn it back off. Clothes fluctuate a lot, whereas some of the other stuff that we've been kind of, back and forth on, should we turn it off, should we leave it on, they're not fluctuating that much. But clothes are like $15,000 in fluctuation, so you definitely want to hold on to those until, the April, May months again. Wow, I'm blown away. I cannot believe we just got that kind of money. Holy cow. All right. All right, we're back over here. We've got a lot of stuff here to take over to our production, so we need to go ahead and start working on that so we can get some more space here, because I know in a minute it's going to say no more space for goat milk and or wool. So we need to go ahead and get these over there. I'm going to try to get all 4 of them. Yep, nice. So that way there's plenty of room for them to continue. Got a few babies in there, as you can see. They're still loving life. They got the big, massive trees there for some shade when they get hot. There's some happy sheep. I don't know how those deer got in there, but okay, whatever. The deer are in there too, I guess. Munching on my meadow grass. Assholes taking up my grass. All right, that's all done. I moved everything over there. Not the most elegant way, but I did get everything moved over there. And, whoa, easy on that turning there, Z. What are you doing, buddy? So we're going to go ahead and take this back here. We're going to pay off a little bit of the loan. I'm not sure that I actually paid $5,000 off in the last episode. I think I did, but I don't know. Things kind of blur together at some point, so not 100% positive that I actually did. So we're going to pay off a little bit more than just $5,000 today, especially with the fact that we just sold a bunch of clothes and made a bunch of money off those. So let's do a quick autosave. I knew that was going to happen. I haven't been in here for a minute. I was in the right menu already. And let's see. Let's pay back a good amount here. Let's get it down to $850. Yeah, $850. So we have $850,000 left on the loan. We have $221,000 in the bank. We've got a lot of good stuff prepped and ready to go here. Now that we've got this money, we can do a lot of other things as well. Gonna leave the episode at this point. Hope you enjoyed it. Smash the like button if you did. Subscribe if you're new. All that stuff helps me a ton. I'll see you in the next episode.
Welcome to what might just be the strangest open world survival game that y'all have ever laid your eyes upon. I, of course, am talking about Once Human. Now, the theme of Once Human is similar to other survival games that we have played on the channel, such as Life After and Undawn, and that we must survive in the middle of an apocalyptic world filled with zombies and monsters while incorporating RPG elements and in-depth storyline with a great variety of quests and missions, looting, weapon upgrades, base building, you name it. But where it really shines amongst these other survival games is in just how unique this world and its monsters are. I've never seen such a creative and bizarre enemy pool in a survival game like I have within Once Human. It makes for a really engaging story and gameplay when you are constantly encountering such interesting enemies. And then once you get into the gameplay features, well, there's also similarities there due to the open world, which is going to be similar to a lot of other survival games out there, such as Life After and Undawn, but they really take it to the next level here. Not only is this open world filled with an incredible level of detail and extremely interesting monsters and NPCs, but you also have the freedom to build out your own base wherever you want. I remember in games like Life After and Undawn, your base location is typically restricted to a very specific spot, but Once Human gives you the freedom to build wherever you see fit. And with how big of a component base building is within the gameplay loop, that is a really big plus, because that base is going to serve as ground zero for your adventures in the open world, all of your crafting needs, upgrading your weapons and gear, capturing your own deviation pals, which kind of serve as little helper type pets that can help you out in battle, not to mention the co-op and PvP aspects that you get to consider as well. And another thing that they absolutely nailed in my opinion is how well this survival game experience plays out on mobile. Sometimes mobile survival games, in my opinion, can feel a little bit overwhelming just due to how in-depth they can be, how many menus there are to navigate, and how complicated the on-screen controls can be. But I found when I was playing through Once Human, I was never really feeling overwhelmed by anything. It does a really good job of introducing you to the menus and controls, and then the menus and controls in themselves aren't actually overly complex by any stretch of the imagination. They're pretty simple to kind of get the hang of. And when you consider that Once Human actually started out as one of the most played horror survival Steam games of the year, it is incredible how they were able to translate this into a mobile experience while staying true to its original gameplay, which I might add IGN rated as an 8 out of 10. Well, guess what, baby? That 8 out of 10 is coming into mobile, because the mobile version of Once Human is going to be launching in April of 2025. Get ready for an immersive experience as open world survival mobile games will march into a new era of no pay to win. That is where Once Human really prides itself, is on trying to shy away and move away from the pay to win that some people kind of find a lot of mobile games experience. So if you're excited for Once Human, be sure to pre-register now via the link at the very top of the description, and also there's going to be another link to join the Once Human Discord server to stay in the loop for more updates as we approach the mobile launch of Once Human. I want to say a huge thank you to Once Human for sponsoring the video and supporting the channel. But without further ado, let's hop into some early gameplay that we were able to experience. of Once Human. And alright, ladies and gents, we've landed into the open world of Once a Human. I've went ahead and fought a couple of little monsters on my way to get up here because I saw this, oh my god, almost just walked off the edge. This little guy with a little bit of loot, which will definitely be coming in handy. Thank you very much. And we are actually, if y'all look at the upper left-hand corner of the screen, needing to place a territory terminal. Oh my, that is a monster right there. Let's go and take him down. But so far in our journey, we have only managed in terms of ranged weaponry to get our hands on a crossbow. Hopefully that changes shortly and swiftly, and a machete as well. But I tell you what, ladies and gentlemen, I'm nasty with that thing. Number one right now, we just got to find a place to place our terminal. So why don't we go over into the building menu, because again, base building is also going to be a huge component of Once a Human. And what we want to do here is make our way over to the territory and just place it. I mean, it seems like this is a decent enough place to place it. Why don't we, I mean, it's not that flat, but you know what? Why not? It's an interesting place, right? We just got to place it to expand our territory. Boop. And we can build that. And y'all can already see here that we have the ability to already start expanding our base just a little bit. This time, why don't we go and expand it to a, just kidding, we are out of materials. Lovely. I was going to say we try and expand it a little bit here. We do have a couple of these wood foundation twos, actually, if we wanted to expand it a little bit more in a triangular fashion. So, you know what? Why not? Let's get it. We got a triangular piece. Let's put the triangular piece to use. We also have a couple of facilities here that we can work our way. Unfortunately, we do not have the formula unlocked for them quite yet, but there are various types of things that we can build, whether it be structures, facilities, furniture, the whole shebang. But anyways, we can go ahead and I believe exit out of this and now open our way up to the navigation menu, the cradle over here, and we have 7 ciphers available, which appears like begins with our furnace mode, which will allow us to use the furnace to smelt down and burn basic materials, potentially such as the copper ore that we were collecting, and also a disassembly bench for disassembling some of the things that we come across. Yeah, I appreciate I figured that, V. We're gonna have to go and do what we do in a survival situation. Go out and look out for ourselves, baby. And, oh, it's a lot sunnier and nicer out. That might make these monsters slightly less spookier or something of the sort. But we just gotta gather. Okay, the music seems like there's a fight going on. Oh, brother, this man is coming from 5 miles away. And you know what? Boop, I'm sniping you from 4 miles away, baby. See ya! Wouldn't want to be at this rate, though. I will definitely be needing some more arrows because I'm blowing through them like no one's business. Also, was it a good idea to build a base next to what appears to be a hub for monsters to spawn in? You know, time will tell. Time will tell. For now, just go and break up this rock, which should be where we can get our hands on some of that gravel. And we can make our way back over to home base and get to building the furnace over here and slapping this bad boy down. And again, we can get really, really crazy with the base building, as most base building does go. Obviously, we could go and actually start building walls and stuff as soon as we, as soon as we're done learning about ores a little bit. But we could go through and actually go and plop down some walls. Just that right at this moment, we are missing logs, but I mean, we can get as creative with this as we would like. But let's not demolish anything. Let's exit out of that and let's make our way over to the furnace, where we can now open that bad boy up. And I believe, and for the charcoal, we just got to go and chop down a couple of trees. Luckily, we got some of those nearby over here, so don't mind if I go ahead and do a little bit of collecting over here. We got some logs, so I'll take that. Anyways, let's make our way back over into the building menu, and we'll take this opportunity to plop down at least a couple of walls. And you know what? In addition to a wall, why don't we go and also get a doorway? Can I just plop a door? Oh, I don't even have doors unlocked yet. Never mind. All right. Well, we'll make our we'll learn how to craft a door at some point here. But look at these beautiful walls. They will be keeping us nice and safe. All right. For now, let's allocate some wood here to creating up some charcoal. And that should allow us, after a couple of seconds here, we'll just wait for all 10 of them to finish crafting up. Looks like it takes about 1 per second. There we go. And we can grab those. And now we should be able to max out our copper ingots and get our hands on 10 of these bad boys. Back over here to base. And I believe it's been about long enough where I would expect 10 of our copper ingots to be nice and donezo. And now we want to go and build up the disassembly bench. So again, obviously through building, not only can you be building structures, but there are going to be these various types of facilities, and we can do gathering and production, agriculture, garage for vehicles, storage, combat facilities like freaking assault rifles over here, and what honestly they appear to be turrets and flamethrower traps. So it really, I mean, and obviously you can get a little bit decorative as well. It doesn't just have to be useful and functional, but you can also get decorative. Yeah, and overall, it's making for a good time through that avenue as well. But all right, why don't we make our way? I'm getting distracted here. Something very easy to do when there are so many things for us to do. Why don't we go and plop this up against the wall, because that seems like a logical place to have it. And now, oh no! Now's not the time! Now's not the time! There's a spooky monster trying to attack me! Ah! Okay, it missed. Luckily, it takes 5 years for it to wind up its shot. Okay, so yeah, we're our neighbors, a little bit annoying. But besides that, prime real estate, if you ask me. Over into the disassembly bench we go, though, and we can select all of our scrap and just automatically disassemble that over into its raw components. And then we can also, should we choose, disassemble more useful things that actually have usages like weapons, armor, gear mods, but I'm not gonna do those at the moment. The scrap's just kind of like the easiest, lowest common denominator, because it's like, it's scrap. That's what it's meant for. But now we want to make our way over to the journey screen to learn about the journey tasks and collect our rewards. So don't mind if I do that. Okay, and we appears like we have a little adventure lined up, and some noisy neighbors that will be yelling at me while we make our way over there. And I wonder what monstrosities we're gonna stumble across over here, because dude, there are some demented things in this world, man. But I gotta, honestly, I love the creativity that they took with creating a lot of these monsters, man. Like, they are so surreal and unique in ways that it's like hard to imagine how you even like come up with this stuff, but it's really cool. And it appears like we have a couple of other people who similarly have built little bases here, and I don't believe that I can like break into their base or anything at the moment, especially if it's like a little bit on the easier side, because I do believe there is a PvP protection up until level 10, if I'm not mistaken. And oh, we got a deer. I don't think it's mutated, but I'll take you out nonetheless. You might have a little bit of food or something for me. And then we can use our space-time ability here. Oh, can I? There we go. Look up the Eclipse of Fawn. But then we can use our space-time ability by clicking that little button that's flashing over there, and that will then point us in some directions. And we got a little butterfly helper over here helping us too. And dude, in battle, I don't know if y'all saw it during like the intro reel while we were going over stuff. And what are you? I don't know. You don't seem that messed up, but you gotta die nonetheless. You were pretty close to human looking, which I can't say about everybody. But let's continue using that space-time ability here, and ooh, this looks like a nice little ability. But yeah, that little butterfly guy is actually, whatchamacallit, I believe what is known as a deviation pet. And if y'all saw during the intro reel, brother, they can be powerful. This is obviously the most basic one, but there is quite a lot of variety in that as well. And oh, mama, I cannot wait to continue making our way towards this and potentially unlocking some more of those fellas. Oh, we got a turret there. Hello, turret. You're not shooting me. I appreciate that. Thank you. And yeah, I'm going to save those crossbow bolts for tougher enemies, because honestly, these guys are all, at the moment, relatively easy breezy. Let's go and use that space-time ability and see if it points us anywhere interesting. Let's go and take you down. Boom. Right over there. Thank you for giving me your loot. And, oh, hold on. What is this? What is this little item here? Looks like a blueprint? No, just fabric. It kind of looks like a blueprint. And it's a raw variety, just out, sticking out. And what about in this supply crate here? How about we get my hands on a little bit of a better gun? That's what I'm hoping for. As fun and as nasty as I am with the crossbow, I would appreciate something along those lines as well. But now we got to make our way into the entrance into, oh my goodness, the Monolith Ruin. I got a feeling that this might not be so simple. Oh, hello, Mary. It's like the strange woman in front of you. How are you doing? Oh, I'm sorry. That was kind of rude of you.
You're pretty cocky for someone who doesn't even have a weapon.
Can you help me change that?
Is that a cradle on your back?
Yes, it is.
How interesting. I thought I was the only mayfly left.
Okay, so she might be friendly after all. I'm happy I didn't shoot you right away.
Deviation that's been causing issues.
Ooh, I've been chasing a deviation as well. Well, I think we can help each other.
Try and take on a powerful deviation barehanded. Even an ordinary deviant could tear you apart right now.
You'd be surprised. We put in some work, actually.
You're pretty inexperienced, aren't you?
That's kind of rude of you.
I'm going to give you a blueprint. Use it to make yourself a
We love Mary, baby! Let's go!
You want to stand even half a chance of surviving out there. While you're
Oh, we
doing
love that.
I have other matters to attend to. Once you're done, come find me in Deadsville. It's the nearest survivor settlement. We can plan our next steps from there.
Perfect. I mean, you give me a gun blueprint, I'll do a lot of things. Okay, now we gotta go to our map, locate our territory, and we have the ability to teleport there. Don't mind if I do. Talk about nifty. That'll save us a little bit of time to make our way over there. Just gotta go and skedaddle our way through a loading screen, and before you know it, we have returned. And yeah, like V's telling us, we can create a new gun.
Will let you take objects you've scavenged and break them down into usable materials.
Yep. One step ahead of you, butterfly. Let's make our way over to the navigation menu. The cradle. We need to unlock the essential armory mimetic here, but it is containing the primary gear workbench. Also, I hope I did not just butcher that, and I hope that that is mimetics and not memetics, but I got a feeling it's mimetics. Let's go and confirm that over here, and voila. We should be good to go on those fronts. We got a blueprint for a gun and a nice little baseball bat unlocked here. Now we got to enter construction mode and build some of these bad boys over here in our territory. We are looking for the primary supplies workbench. Let's go and plop you up against this wall over here. And then let's also get the primary gear workbench whilst we are at it. Just make sure that we're doing it where we have enough room. Bro, this thing is not want to get built. Because I don't have enough copper. And there we go. Also, I love, actually, this is such a sleek look how it just like hovers the copper ingots that we're crafting like above the workbench. Just an old thing that I noticed I had to appreciate. But I gotta give love where it's deserved. And all right, now we want to build the primary gear workbench over here in our construction mode. Don't mind if we do exactly that, and voila. Let's do that, shall we? Craft weapons with unlocked blueprints. It's the gear workbench, and we can do different tiers of the stuff as well. But for now, listen, man, I'm a simple man. Put a pistol in my hand, and the pistol drizzle will flow. And I believe I should already have a good chunk of ammo for this bad boy too. And now, oh yes sir, we're moving up in the world. Can't wait till we start getting like ARs and most specifically shotgun raid. I want to go back over here into our crafting recipes or ability to unlock crafting recipes, and we want to learn the ammunition 1 so that now we can make our way back over here and we can take that opportunity to, now we should have some of those crafting recipes, yeah, there we go, unlocked over here. And probably just make pistol ammo, man. If we get 60 for each of the ones that we craft, we'll just stick with the 1 for now. Don't have to get too crazy. And that should be done crafting any moment now. And now we can fast travel our way over to Deadsville. Well, I hope Mary did that and not some other sort of nefarious being. But regardless, pistol in my hand, someone's going to die. All right. Oh, we're in a safe zone, actually. So I feel nice and safe in this little encampment. Oh, check this out. It's like a whole little, like, village. We got a whole bunch of NPCs and stuff that we could talk to. If I had to... That's a mushroom lady with a mushroom head. Or a jellyfish. I don't know. Fascinating. Let's go and see what Mary's got to say. And I imagine there's, like, shopkeeps and whatnot here that we can actually... That is probably exactly who we were about to talk to. And so I got distracted by the jellyfish on her head. We can go over here into the shop and, of course, use our hard-earned loot throughout our adventures. Get out of the way, sir. Sir. To have some fun. But all right, Mary, what do you got for me? And all right, she told us to go and talk to this trader and see if Claire has anything interesting going on over here.
Take a look. Anything that catches your eye? Rumor is the Rotten Manor's seen a surge of deviants recently. I suspect there's a deviation behind.
Okay, and I think I know where we're going.
Oh, and one more thing. I have a motorcycle here you can use. That should help speed things along.
Let's go, Mary! You are the real MVP motorcycle free. That's what I'm talking about. Don't mind if I plop that bad boy down. And we are going to go to Rotten Manor to unlock some sort of rift anchor, I believe it was called, that we need before we can make our way to battle that deviation. So anyways, we're going to do exactly that. Let's hop aboard this bad boy and hopefully not crash it. Where are we going to? Oh, not far at all. And luckily, there's someone on a motorcycle ahead of us. Oh, bunch of people running around. Check it out. The world is brimming with people. What's up, dudes? You know what? Ah, maybe I will. Because you know why? Before... Oh no. We got freaking zombies all over the place. Are you dead yet? There you go. Now you're dead for sure. We're getting shot at from behind. Get the heck out of here, you freaking... Trying to place some nice shots here. Actually, you know what? We will build one of these camps really quickly because, like they said, we can't build it too close to the stronghold, but we should be able to do it. It cannot be built or placed on a road. Can I put it there? Beautiful. It's put down. And the good thing... Oh, we got a couple of people here. All right, why don't we just go melee mode and slice them? Dude, oh my god, this machete is satisfying. As much as I love having a gun at our disposal now, this bad boy is good. And campsites will serve as temporary respawn points, which is why we definitely want to put that down. I don't plan on dying, but you never know. Unexpected things can occur. And we got a giant beacon in the sky. That looked like something that I could shoot. No, it's actually the corpse.
Too bad it seems like
Ah! Oh! Oh my goodness! That thing's massive! Where did you come from? Oh no, 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 no! He's got a freaking minigun for an arm! This is not good. This is not good. We gotta definitely pump you as full of as many bullets as we can. Oh no, 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 no. Wait, if we want to get a little bit of separation here, and okay, we got a little bit of a tree here that we can use for cover at least. That's good, that's good, that's good. Why don't we go and take this opportunity, pump you full of bullets, as many as we can. All right, back to taking cover, back to taking cover, because that guy has got like a minigun arm at his disposal that I'm not too primed to take down. Oh my, dude, I did not realize we were walking into that. No, oh, okay, okay, okay. But yo, shout out to this cover, yo, this tree, the real MVP, MV tree. That's what I like to say. And I hope that we should have plenty of ammo to get this job nice and done. Okay, and you know what? We are taking a little bit of damage, so I'm going to pop one of these bad boys to start whatchamacall. Or actually, I popped the wrong thing accidentally. Let's pop one of these bad boys because our health down at the bottom was getting a little bit low when we brought it back up, and we were also getting hungry, so we're going to take care of like our essentials like hunger and thirst because, again, we are surviving in a survival game, so we got to take care of a couple of those aspects. Now, he is... I don't know what the heck he's doing over there. He's like yelling for help or something. Yeah, you better be yelling for help because you got me. Is he firing a rocket into the sky? Oh, no, 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 no. What? Are you kidding me? What does this guy have? Oh, I don't even know what that is. Did he? Oh, rocket. All right, well, shout out to the tree. He continues to be the real MVP here. Especially when he moves on to his rockets here. And luckily, his rockets are not smart enough to avoid... Dude, look at that. He literally launches that thing into the air. Yeah, his rockets are not strong enough to move around all these things. But you know what? I want to get up close and personal for the finishing shot here. Because that's how I finish people. Up close and personal. Down with you, doppelganger! Down with you! Woo! And with that, we have just cleared a nice little dungeon, it would appear, because we are leaving the dungeon in 1 second in the upper left-hand corner, and we have disappeared. And all right, now we gotta go and activate the, whatchamacallit, rift anchor over here now that we have defeated that guy. Let's go and activate exactly that. And now we're gonna be on the hunt for a couple more of these rift anchors. All right, and dare I say, these might be a little bit easier because I don't see a massive, thing trying to murder me. So, okay, it appears like these actually should go pretty quickly. All right. Next one in here. And we have, a guy with a headlight for a freaking face. Can I pick up your face? Because sometimes there are certain types of monsters that do literally like drop a part of them and you can use them as a weapon. It's really cool what happened during some of the tutorial for me. I might just try to sneak past some of you guys here. I just got a little thing I gotta activate. Don't mind me. Just doing my thing over here. Yep. And then we're just gonna go and yeah, just activate this. Yeah, you know what? It appears like I cannot do that with you around. And I still cannot do that. Oh no, I just was looking at the wrong part. Why? Because I'm the smartest man alive. And final one. So I'm gonna activate this really quickly before anybody else notices us. And then let's make our way over to where that deviant should be. Optional, craft some ammo. Nah, we'll be fine. But I do need to craft a piece of tier 1 armor at our gear bench, so we're gonna go back and do that. Hold the phone, we can craft a shotgun! Oh yeah! Pistol, you've been replaced. Shotgun Rain, welcome to the squad. And unfortunately, I don't have any other weapon recipes, but a shotgun, I can definitely take. Let's make our way over to the armor, because I do believe that we need to craft some tier 1 armor. From what I have been told. And why don't we go and make sure that that is... I got to apparently go hunting to get our hands on some of that. Or I could craft this, but it's telling me I have insufficient materials. Yeah, we got to get our hands on some skin, don't we? I don't think any of these I can craft at the moment. All right, down with you. Do you have what I'm looking for? Eclipse deer. 1 deer hide. I'm gonna need another one of that. Hello, deer. Goodbye, deer. Wow, you just disintegrated. Oh, that's just fawn. Will a fawn drop deer hide, or is it just kind of like by chance? There we go. We got 2 deer hide. That should be enough for us to craft up one of these pieces of armor. Beautiful. And it was. Let's craft that bad boy up and equip it, leading to a little bit more armor. And now it wants us to meet Mary under the monolith of greed. But first, I decided to craft up some shotgun ammo. And ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, am I excited to announce that Shotgun Rain will officially be making its appearance. Mary, I hope you're ready to see something beautiful. If you've never seen Shotgun Rain in action before, you are in for a treat. So, Mary, you ready to rock and roll?
Nice work with the rift anchors. Let's go in together this time. I'm curious about that troublemaker inside. I brought some ammo and meds for us as well.
All right, and we got a bit of an assistance this time. Wow, she gave us plenty of everything. I did not need to craft that ammo. It would appear that Mary, well, she had our back. Also, before we go in, let's make sure to drink up a little bit of water, because our water bar over there at the bottom is getting a little bit lower. And also, let's make sure to get a little bit of grub up in our belly as well. And there you go. Those are looking to be in decent shape. Now we got our meds over in that left slot to the left of our health bar. And actually, our health is a little bit lower than it could be. So why don't we actually pop one of those bad boys here and bring that up. And all right, I hope that you're prepared for a show, because Shotgun Rain's ready to go. Mary, okay, she is actually following us. I didn't know if this was going to be an instance where she says she's going to help, and then she doesn't help, but it does appear like she's going to be helping. I appreciate it, because if this deviation is as tough of a cookie as it might appear, we're going to need everything that we can possibly get to take it down, and all of its minions that will indubitably be protecting it throughout this. Yep, this is looking pretty mutated up around these parts. Hello, and Shotgun Rain! Some stay dry while mutants feel the pain. Shotgun Rain! Oh, they're already like, was that guy a level 9? Okay, this might be a bit tougher than we thought. Mary, do you actually want to like help and do something here? Or might as well have to Shotgun Rain, everybody. Oh, I'm my own some. Which, trust me, I'm definitely qualified to be doing. Okay, it does appear like she's helping. Thank you, Mary. You can help more. You can do more than just one bullet, you know. Okay, oh no, that's not her helping. That's me being shot at by this man over here. I also do have the ability to, whatchamacallit, I can freaking, oh, wait, why was that blue? What? Oh! Was that because I accidentally shot the explosive behind? I don't know. Yay! Beautiful. Why are they blue when they die? Does that mean that they drop something good for me, or maybe I just get lucky? Maybe it's random. Okay, well, let's collect what we can there. I think we've cleared this place out. Whoa, this looks funky. What's that? Wants me to shoot it. I'm gonna shoot it. I shot it. I don't know what happened, but I did it. Yay! Yeah, goodbye to you. I shot you straight to the face, to the face. Reload. And where else is this going to be taking us? Dude, Mary said we're a team. There is no teamwork going on at the moment. Oh, that looks scary over there. What is going on? We got a lot of stuff. Mary, I really would appreciate an assist here. It's, oh, that looks big and scary. That's big and scary. Yep. And definitely stronger than some of the other people that we've been fighting with. But it's so good. It's okay. Oh, and it's got freaking strafe strats here. It's moving back and forth, left to right. That's all right. We took you down easy peasy. Yeet. I think it definitely take you down easy peasy. Someone tried shooting at me from like, oh yeah, no, he's like flinging stuff at me. I'm actually dying. That's not good. We'll go and do something about that really quickly and take you down. And what the heck is this thing? It's just like birthing them? I don't know, but it's dead now. And so is its brother on the other side of that. Okay. That guy looks big and scary. I think we can do this, right guys? Right? Oh yeah, he's very armored. Mary, this would be the part where you can finally decide to help a little bit. Because I am going to be chipping away at this thing rather slowly. Okay, why don't we switch over to the pistol? Maybe the pistol will be better here. It's a little more rapid fire, and we can definitely spam it a little bit more. Mary, you are completely useless. Absolutely, positively useless. It's actually incredible. Oh, let's go and strafe you out a little bit there. Oh, no. I'm backing up. Get out of here, lamp face. Oh, no. I'm freezing? Why am I freezing? I don't know what's going on. Brother. But I'm gonna keep on pumping you full of bullets.